Alright everyone, how you guys doing? In this video I want to talk about the new iMacs 2012 and apparently they are delayed according to a French website, which is of course not good news, and I think this comment on Mac rumours pretty much sums up the whole feeling. That is correct. And why is there a delay? Most probably due to this.
Thin edge. I'll turn it just a little bit. Turn it just a little bit.
Sad, but indeed true. It is a desktop system. You don't move it around, it stays on your desk, doesn't matter how thin it is, and when you look at it from the other side anyway, there still is a fair bit of chunk right in the centre. Is it just me, or when they showed that slideshow where they said, hey, look at all these different generation of iMacs and how they've evolved? When I look at them, my current iMac 2010 doesn't look any different to 2012 version. Sure, it's slightly thinner, but the thinness isn't going to make me buy one. Yes, the iPhone 5 is lightweight, but why is that such a good thing? You know, you don't buy it because it's light, or at least I didn't buy it purely because it was light. So the same thing comes with the iMac. It's not going to be moved. The MacBook Air and MacBook Pros, sure, that matters how light it is, what the design is like. You know, it's a bit more design orientated, and that's one of the things you look at. But when it comes to the iMac, you really want to look inside the machine, the actual guts of the desktop. I'm basically trying to say this whole thinness thing with the new iMac is a total gaffe. And if they hadn't gone with the thinness, we'd already seen iMacs, middle of this year when they were, rumoured to be launched in the summer. And because they're having issues with sticking or gluing the display onto the actual front panel because of how thin the darn thing is, it's, in essence, when it comes out next year, apparently, that time is when Intel releases its new chipsets, and is this going to have a knock-on effect? One of the really exciting features both on the iMac and the Mac Mini is the hybrid drive. Basically consists of a flash drive slash a traditional hard drive, so you can store your operating system on the flash drive, so the OS loads faster, the applications load faster. Great concept. It's been out for some time on the PC world. It's just now Apple have decided to kind of go over it, but they've just kind of made it better, as Apple tends to do. See what's in the market and make it better, or add the eye effect to it. So it's pretty neat that the Mac Mini and the iMacs have that. The SD card is located on the back of the iMac. This is what I don't like. I've yet to, of course, have any kind of interaction with the 2012 iMacs. But having a 2010 iMac, I know how easy it is to use the SD card slot because it's right on the right hand side of the iMac. But now that it's in the back amongst 10 different other ports, it's probably going to be a challenge in that you might have to get up and physically put it in because of how far the iMac is. Or if you could put it from underneath, because the chin, of course, of the 2012 iMac is still there. So I'm not really liking that. Why could they have not just put it on the side? Hey, because it's so thin. No optical drive. Again, it doesn't make sense. On a desktop system especially, just have it in there. The odd time you might use one, but in terms of how lightweight the machine is, it's just kind of crazy. The lower end iMacs, the 21.5 inches, are not RAM upgradable, so you really have to choose wisely when you're purchasing your machine from Apple, customize it and make sure it's going to last you long. That's the best way to put it. You can't customize it. Whereas the other 27-inch machines, you can upgrade. And here's some of you might be saying, oh, well, why don't you just spend more money and get a 27-inch and you'll be guaranteed to have that upgradability factor. Some people get the 21.5-inch not because they're cheap or they don't have enough money. It's purely because of desk and space reasons. I've just recently been shifting offices here. And every kind of inch or every kind of space matters. So I would have still liked to have them be high-end 21.5-inch, but still have the ability to tinker around the system as I wish. Add a hybrid drive, which you can't do or have on a 21.5-inch iMac, which again is kind of crap. whereas you can on the 27-inch. So there are pluses and minuses to the new iMacs, and of course they all come with quad-core i5 processors, across the whole line. Would have been nice for the i7, but hey, i5's, good. Ivory Bridge chipsets come next year if these iMacs are released next year. It's going to be quite close to the Intel's new chipsets. One of the highlights of the iMac 2012, and it's something that I'm kind of excited for, is the 75% reduction on the actual display. Now I've got a 2010 iMac and it's positioned near a window, so if it's a sunny day I get hit by all the sun and all the kind of reflections coming off it, and the new iMacs are supposedly kind of good at countering that reflection, and by 75%. It doesn't have a retina screen, and there were a lot of rumours before the launch, and because the screen's too big, and if they're having issues right now with a non-retina screen, just imagine what would happen with a retina screen. So all in all, kind of a decent upgrade. I would have rather had them update the iMac lineup last year, summertime, same thickness as the previous generation iMac, it doesn't matter, but still give us the hybrid drive and all that stuff. There was no reason to kind of compromise by making it so thin and having display issues and delaying the launch. It's just been over. It kind of is disappointing, to be honest. But I thought I'd make this video and kind of give you my thoughts on the 2012 iMacs. Let's see what happens in terms of a launch. Are you waiting for one? Because I know there are quite a lot of you waiting for one. What have you done after hearing this news that it's been delayed? Have you gone out and got something else? Have you got a Mac Mini? The new ones are pretty beastly. Quad-core chips, hybrid drives, good upgradability, and reviews of the Mac Minis are coming out really good. And of course, come next year, the Mac Pros will also be upgraded, according to Tim Cook, who said after the backlash when Mac Pros weren't upgraded this year, so 2013 is going to be pretty interesting for the Mac Pro front. And who knows, iMac plus Mac Pro launch together. At the rate we're going, quite possibly. I'll see you in the next video.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you I was carrying with me today an iPhone 5, passport, credit and debit cards, plus some cash, pair of glasses, and your keys. Introducing the iGear T5, the T reimagined. The T5 is a high quality t-shirt with 5 discrete pockets, and it comes in these gorgeous 4 different colours. No one else really needs to know what you're carrying in your pockets. Stay one step ahead of the pickpockets themselves. Attention to detail was key for the T5. For example, the fabric itself went through a special wash mechanism whereby it's more softer and comfortable feel. Alongside that, the actual placement of the 5 different pockets, the colour of the fabric, the colour of the matching ribs, zips, it all had to be perfect. The iGear T5 is now available at iGear.com, free UK shipping, and we're shipping worldwide. Use hashtag iGear, let us know what you would do with the T5, and we'll be choosing a couple of winners over the next few weeks. So good luck!